Okay. Yeah, but this is a recurring problem in the community. I've talked to a number of people citywide, and there's been no discussion of this at all, coming from the council, you, or anybody from City Hall, nothing in the media, and it's a big concern to everybody. And we've heard nothing about it from your office. I mean, nothing's been talked about. They've been having problems in other communities as well, but they are talking about it. They're trying to deal with it. But there's been no message from City Hall on this issue. I've talked to several of the councilors via email a few times. Nothing, I hear they'll call Board of Health, call the police. Well, I mean, it just gives me the impression.
Well, it's the first time that I've heard it from you, and you're the first constituent that I've heard it from. But we believe that evidence that's left in the gutter or somewhere around the park, I know routinely our police department would put a certain amount of surveillance on a location if we think it's connected with a location. But as far as disposing of it, we certainly should make sure that no resident thinks that they should pick up.
We have an idea where they're coming from, and
well,
we know it's 24 Alpine. We have a feeling it's 24 Alpine Street, but again, that's been 2 years.
That's an issue that we have dealt with. So
yeah, it's still ongoing up there. Right. So you say we have no news on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have a contract with JRM and recyclables?
Yes, we have a contract with JRM that covers the pickup and disposal of the recyclables, yes.
How about getting rid of that and doing recycle bank as Everett and Revere is already doing?
Yeah.
That's straight stream recycling, huge bins.
Right.
And actually they get coupons for money off on various services.
We did, in our effort to take a look at any way to try to reduce costs, take a look at that program. It was in its early stages in Everett. We don't see it as a long-term viable program, but if it proves to be, then we could certainly try to adjust our particular program and look at it. But there are communities that are trying to implement it on a citywide basis, ever being one of them that are struggling with the implementation and the cost to implement it. There is a cost to implement it.
They did the cost. Recycle Bank took the cost.
No, they're in Everett. No, the city of Everett pays them to do what they're doing. They pay them $65 of every $100 saved on their. They don't go to Resco. They go to another tipping location, but
in Charleston.
Right. So they pay the recycle bank people $65 of every $100 saved. It doesn't go to the city of Everett. It goes to the contractor.
Not all of it.
Yeah, $65. I talked to Mayor DiMaria about it. So I know.
Medford, Melrose, Somerville, Chelsea.
Medford does not do it.
They are in discussions with Medford.
And they're in discussions on this program as well. Revere does not do it yet. And everybody is looking at everything. Right. And we're trying to.
We need to save money, right?
Yes.
It's very exciting to see Boston Magazine Malden High School named as one of the state's 50 top high schools.
Public high schools.
Very proud of Malden public schools. We can save $6 million by getting out of the charter, the for-profit charter schools, and bring our children back into the Malden public school system.
We can address it's not trash, but since you opened up the topic, I'm a charter school advocate. It works very well for our community. The high school is their high school.
Revenue, remember that's the reason for the whole thing, revenue.
I understand. But as I explained earlier, those children are going to go to school somewhere. So we're either going to spend the money at the charter school. If they come back into the public school system, we have to spend the same amount of money here. So the money follows the child. We either spend it here, and DOE mandates that we spend it. I don't know if you were here at the beginning of my remarks. The Department of Education requires, there's no option, requires that we spend $66 million on public schools. It's about $10,000 for every student. The charter school students leave the charter school and come back into the Malden public school system. We have to spend the same amount of money here. So they either spend it here or spend it there. There's no savings. It's just where you spend the money.
We're the
Oh, well, that's a matter of opinion. Talk to some charter school parents about that. Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Eric Henry, 23 Walcott Street. Spent a little time in the military. I retired from the United States Navy, so we're kind of long on responsibility and accountability. I voted at Salemwood High School, middle school on Salem Street, and I frankly would say I don't know who my elected public official is. I'd like to meet that individual, and I'd like to get their insight. I want to give them an opportunity to be accountable for their vote to their constituent, me.
Street again, sir?
Walcott Street.
Mr. Furlong is the councilor for Ward 5.
Thank you.
You also have 3 at-large city councilors, one who is here tonight, Greg Lucy. Craig Spatafora is an at-large councilor, as is Councilor Michael Sheen.
Thank you, sir.
They represent the citywide. Mr. Furlong represents your individual ward.
I hear crickets. I want to give them an opportunity to give me some insight into what their thought process was on their vote. You did vote for it, yes.
Why I voted for it?
Correct, sir.
Okay, at the time of the budget process, when it came down on what was going to be cut, it was going to be cut with your services, police department, fire department, teachers. When I took office, when I ran first win, I said that I would never cut any of those departments. So my purpose was to make sure that we keep those services in place. Well, what would have happened, I think, if a lot of you don't know, is a fire department and police department people got laid off, which meant possibility, I don't know if it would have happened, that there would have been, we had before where there was not enough men on the fire department for pieces of service to be taken out. That could have been one of the possibilities of having pieces of apparatus taken out. Police officers, like the mayor had said already about the number of people that are out roaming the streets, we have 100 police officers, so that's, what do you say, 1 for every 500, 24 hours around the city. So my thing was public safety wise and educational of the kids. That's the reason why I voted for it.
Next. Thank you.
There's only so many ways you can possibly play this, and I played it the same way. I've lived in Malden my whole life, 51 years. I care very much about the city, very active in the city. I give a lot of time to the city, involved in organizations, whether it be a Little League, the Democratic Party, the Chinese Cultural Connection. I give a lot of money back to the city also, so I care about the city deeply. One of the things what happens is when you get down to a budget, it's easy to say, and I gotta tell you, this wasn't, you can't think of this as an easy decision on our part. We knew what the backlash would be. But the thing I looked at was the services would have been cut, would have been allowed the alternative. If people recycle, I got 3 people in my house. We recycle, we pay attention, we have 1 barrel a week. I got two recycle bins, but I recycle the bins, I recycle coat hangers, I recycle, cereal boxes, orange juice cartons. I got a 14-year-old son. Don't think I have to go in the trash, see what he's throwing out, but I do it. And in the end, I have my 1 barrel a week. So I figure it's going to cost me $2, maybe $4 on some weeks. I think what I have to pay, what my home taxes are, I think it's, to me, again, caring about the city, been here my whole life, don't plan on going anywhere. It was important for me to keep the services that we now have. Thank you.
Thank you for your nomination.